watching a brand new episode of Learn with Pradeep. In this episode, which is the 7th episode of the series, a complete guide of Figma for the UX and UI designers. So in this particular series, I have already covered what Figma can do for the UX and UI designers. I have also taken you how you can create your account, how you can maintain your account, how you can share your files, how you can actually check what Figma can do with the different tools, how you can use colors, gradients, shadows and other special effects in our previous episodes. In this particular episode, after we have learned all the main ingredients of Figma, now is the time to actually deep dive and see what we can do with Figma. That is how to create a living, breathing prototype for your end user. In this particular video, I will actually show you one particular prototype that I have already done, and then I will create a prototype for you and show you how you can very easily create a very in-depth prototype. Though my prototype will be extremely basic, so without much ado, let's get started. But before we deep dive, kindly like, share and comment on the video, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get all the notification of my upcoming updates. Let's deep dive. So as you see in this particular file which I have already opened, which is a basic mobile mockup prototype which I have created for my subscribers. It's a very basic one which I will also cover in my prototype creation steps. This is you can take it as a registration, sign up process, sign in process, login process of a app which is say for example it can be a travel app, it can be a photography app, whatever you want to do, but it is a basic app that can give you an idea how to create any sort of mobile prototype. So over here I will first click on the prototype play icon which is at the right hand side of this thing. So I click over here, a new window opens up where you can see your prototype inside a mobile device. Okay, so for this particular profile I had actually started with Android prototype, hence you have an Android mobile at the background, and over here you actually have an interactive prototype with you. So over here you can see this is a registration page of this app or the web app, whatever you want to call it. Over here you see there is a time stamp, there is the Wi-Fi signal, there is a mobile signal, and also the status of the battery. That all you can design and put. You have an icon over here which actually represents that you are this particular app is for a travel thing or something like that, and then have given a register yourself and a small paragraph explaining the app. I click on the submit button to register, and after the registration, as usual, it automatically takes me to my profile page where you have a particular person's name. Maybe Jeff Thompson is a person who has registered for this particular app. There is a small description of this person which you can already do as over here, complete your profile. Jeff can also add his Facebook profile, his Instagram profile, his LinkedIn profile and YouTube profile if he has. Just below it you have the explore more. When you click on explore more, you are actually taken to the interface of the app. Over here see how nicely you can create your app. And if you have seen the profile picture of Jeff has actually animated and moved at the side in a smaller icon. So those things can also be done in Figma. Over at the top you have a big bold header image. You have a smaller image at the bottom with a little bit of text at the side explaining about this app, and there is a read more link to take you to the next screen. Also, what I have done, just for the sake of understanding, if you want to create a slider image, you can also do this like this. Lovely, isn't it? And also I have given a small icon, that is call icon. You click on this and see your telephone, your mobile keyboard opens up with the telephone numbers, and you can just put in the numbers over here and click on the call icon. And if you want to close this thing, you click anywhere in the screen. If you go and log out, you are redirected to the login page. So that's the basic function of our app. I will quickly close this particular prototype, and let us jump back and see how we can create a lovely prototype in our Figma. So here we go. We create a new document and still named as untitled. We can click on that and we can name it as our first mobile prototype. Right, great. It is still in the drafts mode, and by default Figma continuously saves your file, so you are protected. The first thing first, as I have told, you have to click on the frame, press F or click on this frame icon. As soon as you click on the frame icon, you are given all this type of interfaces. I will create a phone interface, so I will click on the phone and I will select, say, an Android instance. Great. So first thing first, I will name it. As I told, for complex projects it is very important to name each and every frame. So I will name it as our registration page. Okay, so great. So the first thing, we will create registration, then we will create a login, then we will create a profile instance. Okay, and last but not the least, I will try to create the actual page of the app. So again, we will create a travel based application. Great. So let's get started. So by default, let us take a background color. I click on this white, and maybe this time I will go for a light bluish sort of shade, and also we'll create some elements. Okay, so I will go and I will create an ellipse. Lovely. And I will give it a different sort of blue color. And what I will also do, I will create some special effects with it. I click on this, go to layer blur, and I will give it 25 pixels of blur. See how it looks. Okay, and I will also create another instance of this circle, and give it a little darker shade of things, and also I will change its opacity to say a 60%. Okay, great. So if you see, it automatically masks your area, so your though you have actually have this thing outside this frame, it will get cut. So I have to just take this thing and put it inside the registration. Lovely. See, automatically these things are overlapping each other and it is getting cut inside the frame. Lovely. Now I will also drag a text over here, a travel app. We can name this like this, right? And what we will do, I am not changing the text font or anything because it is not the primary important aspect of these things. I will keep it like that. I will not change any default settings. I will just only change the font size. Lovely. So you can take it a little bit up also. Also we can import a lot of images over here, and for that I have a fantastic place to take a lot of image. It's from the site which is called StorySet. StorySet has a lot of important vector images that you can use in your PowerPoint presentations, in your Figma app, in your Figma presentations, and it is absolutely free. What the best part is that all these particular vector images you can customize with your brand colors, and then you can export as SVG or PNG as per your requirement. You can also use a fantastic plugin. Now I will take you through some plugins, how you can use these plugins of Figma from the Figma community. You just check over here. So you can right click right away and check the plugins, or you can go to Figma menu and over here you can actually add plugins. So I have over here a lot of plugins that I have used over here. See, so many plugins that I have already used. So for the time being, as I have told, I will just try to go StorySet by Freepik to get some vector images out there. So I click on this and see a lot of this type of elements has already come. So isn't it great? And I just say I search for travel. Okay, see, I have got some fantastic images over here. I like this thing, so I choose this particular image and I can actually see how I can actually change the colors. I can just select my brand color. Voila, just see my entire color palette changes. Isn't it awesome? I click and close this thing. So even each and every module of these things I can change. I can change this color from here to say a set of green, see, or gray. Say for example I want the buildings to be gray in color, okay, and the rocks to be gray in colors. I have done it, and the black I keep it as black. Even this images, these colors I can actually change. See, I can change to a different type of gray. Even I can change this grass colors, this tree colors over here, but I am not going in detail. I will scale it and put it over here. Lovely, right? and see, each and every time Figma is giving you the grid and guides to help you with your alignment and everything. See, everything is been given. This is a center to the screen, so if you want to center align a particular image, you can do that. Now it's very important to establish this as a register. So I name it as register. So this is a registration screen, and I don't want to take too much of fields. I will just take some rectangles like this and change the color of the fields. I will put a 5 pixel corner radius. See, the corner radius is taken. I will take a very light gray sort of 1 pixel border around this thing, and I will put a field called name. Okay. And what I will do, I will reduce it considerably. And instead of black, I will take it to gray. What I will do, I will copy both of these things, press Alt and Shift and drag it down. I need only 3 things, so I will take the email and Alt Shift down. See, same 12 pixel. Password, and confirm password. Okay. See, so easy to align things. And I will also require a big fat button, right? Great. So with the color of the color palette as per the brand, I will just see all the colors I am taking. It is getting accumulated over here, so I can just click it over here. So I take a little darker shade of border, and over here for the main thing, I will take this type of button, and I will submit. So the submit button goes at the center of the button. Lovely. Okay. And obviously this will be white in color, and maybe this one I will take it to 18, so that's it. I don't require any other different types of lovely. Even reduce this thing a bit smaller. Lovely. So my first travel app screen is ready. I can just click on this and say black so that it looks a bit bold, and even I can change the color to white and put a small drop shadow effect. I can customize the drop shadow and take it wherever I want it. So if I want it as 4 by 4, I can do that. If I want 0 and 0 just around this thing, I can do that. Maybe I will just add some level of blur. This works. So your first page is ready. I will select this same thing and I will press Alt and Shift. See, my second page is also ready. Okay, I will go to registration. See, I will name it as login. Primarily login for people who have already registered. Okay, so you can have a different image. I will just keep it like that, and I will okay. So what I will require with the login screens, I will just require the email, and I will just require the password, right? I don't require anything else. Also, I will require a small paragraph stating that login with your registered email and password. Okay, and obviously you don't require it such a big text, and definitely take it 12. Okay, this is absolutely at the center. Right, I would also require two things. Okay, one is a text over here, forgot password, and then I will reduce the size. Alt and Shift. I will have it as a link over here and change the text to reset password. Okay, I would also require another line of text which can be at the bottom of this page, where I will just ask, don't have a login, register here, which will eventually take you to the register page. Lovely. Okay. I have kept this particular area empty, where you can actually, if you want, you can have a checkbox over here where you can actually put the terms and conditions to be shared. While, say for example, by agreeing to fill in the detail in this app, you are agreeing that your data can be stored in this app, or this data can be shared in social media space or something like that. Lovely. And once you log in, you are taken to a page which is called the create profile. So I will select the enter thing, alt shift, and I will again drag this thing, and I can name this particular space as create profile. Lovely. And any case, guys, this particular image can also be changed at any point of time. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to keep the same image. So let us now create the profile screen of this app. Let me first drag an ellipse over here. Pressing shift, I will just create a circle. Lovely. And now I want also, and I will also require one profile image of the person who has actually filled up this registration form and logged in. So after this circle is created, I will just right click and I will go to this plugin over here. Over here you have seen that I have actually installed a lot of plugins over here. Last time when I installed and imported this vector image, I have actually used this particular plugin called StorySet by freepik.com. Now I will also import a realistic portrait photograph of a person, so that it denotes that this particular app is registered by this particular person. So I will click on this Unsplash plugin. Remember one thing before I click on this Unsplash, that there are a plethora of plugins, very useful plugins that are available in the community. Do browse the plugins in the community over here, and you will see a lot of plugins that are already pre-made by fantastic companies as well as individual users who have been using Figma for considerable amount of time. So I will just quickly go to Unsplash and click over there. Over here you can see a lot of images, lot of things are already there. For our purpose, we will just click on this portrait and we can just check which image we want to take. So in the predefined prototype, I have used one guy's image. So let's see if I can take a female image. Okay, I am okay with this particular image, and I close the plugin dialog box. Once I am over here, I have installed this image. Perfect. I would like to also create a border around it. I can do it like this. Click this image, go to stroke and take a white border, and I have to increase the size as well. Perfect. That's it. Now I need to add name. Great. And I can just add a paragraph. I will show you how you can use default lorem ipsum paragraph over here. This is a description of the person who has actually filled in the profile section. Okay, so I will click over here, right click over here, go to plugin and select from the plethora plugin that I have installed over here, lorem ipsum, and you see it shows how many sentences I want to use. I will just use these 3 sentences, okay, and generate. So this lorem ipsum text, dummy text, is already installed and brought inside the text space that I have. What are the other things that we need? I will just quickly delete those things. What else we require? We can actually have their Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn and YouTube's, all those things we can have it over here, that follow Annie in these particular platforms. So what we can do, I can right click and I can go to plugins, and then I can go to font awesome icons. Let's see if we can get some icons over here. I will just say Facebook. Wow, it is there. So I will check this circular icon of Facebook and drag it over here. Great. I will also require a plugin, an icon for Instagram. Okay. So I bring this Instagram icon over here. Lovely. Always watch this place. See, the Instagram frame is actually created outside, so you have to drag it in the same section. Okay, so that they remains in the same frame. We will also take 2 other icons. YouTube, this icon, drag it over here. And the last but not the least, I can see LinkedIn. Lovely. I will also require one text over here, and is network. that shows where Annie is active, and I can have 3 dots over here. Lovely. See, they're all in the same frames. We close this, all of them will close. Lovely. Okay. I will also require to write one text over here. Complete your profile. So if somebody has not completed his profile, his or her profile, that instance can be given. And the best thing that now this person can do is browse. And last but not the least, I can have log out over here as well. So your profile is also created. Lovely. So this is a very important aspect that we have. Just see the speed at which we can create so many screens in Figma. So I am not too happy with this image, because even the client was telling that if we can change this image. So what we will do, we will just delete it, right click over here, go to the plugin and say we click on story set again, travel, selected travel, and see what image I can get. Let me select this image. I really quite like this image. And for this blue color, I will take the eyedropper tool and take our blue this thing. Okay, so this is done. Close, scale it down, and yeah, very soothing layout. You can give your travel app's name over here. One thing we have been missing, so let me do that thing first. So I click on this registration frame, which is this frame, and let me create certain things which can actually look like those things are your standard notifications of your mobile. So I'll right click over here, go to plugin and say font awesome and say Wi-Fi. I take the Wi-Fi icon and I put the Wi-Fi icon over here, press shift, and one thing, you can always zoom a particular design by control and scrolling your mouse, and use the hand icon, use the hand tool to move your screens. See, it has formed in the icon has come in the registration frame, but the Wi-Fi frame is still outside. You have to drag that thing inside your frame. So my Wi-Fi icon is ready. I again click on the plugin, go to font, awesome icon, and let me now this time select work. Let me type signal. Okay, wow. So this signal is also there. Shift and put the signal over here. The next thing I require is the battery icon. Battery or charge. Lovely. So which battery you want to take? I will take this realistic looking semi-filled or semi-charged battery. So these three things are done. Also I will require a time stamp over here. So I click the text and let's see. Currently the time is 1:48. I will just 2 p.m. You can also use as 24 hours timeline, that you can also put, and you can also put AM or PM. It's totally up to you as per the handset that you are using. Great. I will just reduce a bit. Yeah. So one thing, I want to reuse this thing, so I would rather want it to be a component that is throughout all the screens. So I click all of them together and I create a component. So see, now this has become a component over here. It is been denoted as a purple color over here and shows as icon that it is component. I will alt drag this component and shift alt drag, and I will put it in all the screens. See, automatically the component has gone into the login screen. Again I will take this, press alt and shift, take it to the create profile. See, the component already been dragged in the create profile. Lovely. So this is your 3 screens. If you want to also create the inside of this particular app, we can also do that. We will again select this particular create profile, alt shift, and we will create a new one. Okay, lovely. So currently I don't require all these things. Let's just go and delete all of them. Okay, only this thing I will keep. I will show why. I will just click on this and expand it a little bit. I will show why I have done this. I will take this and alt shift, take it to the side, scale it down, up. The stroke I have over here, I will reduce, and outside. You can click on this and you can also put it outside. You can just select this and take it to the screen. Let's log out. So this particular screen is actually what you need to browse. So I would just take a hero image. Lovely. But over here I will only click the top and I will right click on it, go to plugin, take Unsplash, and now I require some nature image. I will just click on this particular nature image. Perfect. If I don't like this particular image, I can just go on clicking till I get a very nice image as a hero image. This looks really nice. So what you can now do, you can have a text, so welcome to, make it white, increase the size, app name, and you can also have one or two liners. Plugins, Lorem Ipsum, I require 2 sentences only. Generate, take this up and white. Great. Now I require a new block over here. It can be a square block, and this time the block can be a little away from the screen. It's totally up to us if you want to keep it away from the screen or you don't want to keep it away from the screen. You can just right click over here, go to plugin, again do the same thing, go to Unsplash, you take up any, say this time I take a wallpaper. This looks nice to me. And you can have small paragraph over here, right click over here, go to plugin and select lorem ipsum again, two sentence, generate, lovely, and select white from here. And what you can also do, you can have read more, lovely. Okay, now I want to have a carousel over here or a slider image over here. So how it will work, I will show you later, but for the time being, let us take one Unsplash image. This looks nice to me. I will also take some arrows. For that I have to go to Font Awesome Icons, and I will take this next arrow from here, drag it from here over to this, fill it with a white color, and definitely shift and increase the size of the next arrow. Similarly, I will also create a back arrow. Same thing. We could have also copied and pasted these arrows. That is not a problem at all. So these arrows are there, lovely. And what I would also like to do is, for that I have to just zoom this piece. I want this particular slider goes through 3 images, say for example. Just copy this. These 3 circles, and I keep it over here right at the center of the screen, but I will change this particular color to white, and the rest of them I can keep it as gray, or I can take a black. So that's all my screens are done. Okay, though I am saying that everything is done, I will show that we might have to create some more screens. So that's the first part of the layout creation, and you see we have already done a very decent job without any design to start with. We have been very much like a rapid prototyping, which we have done, and we have done it as a direct creation in the Figma. So you can see that Figma can really help you in put your thought across in a very easy way. If you can just want to give the name, you just have to click on the title over here, and you can very easily change the name of the app. Also, there are certain animations that I will show you now, but before that I have to jump into the prototyping screen so that you can know that how prototyping works. Okay, so I want that after a particular person fills up this registration and his validations are done, he can directly go to the profile page. Okay, so this will be connected to this. If he wants to log out, this will connect to this page where he can again log in. If somebody logs in, that person can also directly go to the profile page and from there to browse. So they have to just click on submit, or you can change the name to login as well or sign in as well. It's totally depending upon what your clients requires, but usually a button with a direct name instead of a submit, it works better. So you can have it as a register or sign up over here. Usually register is used when the person is entering for the first time. Sign up is for basically already existing user who might have to sign up because okay, retake. So when I click on browse, I will go to the actual browsing of the app, and if I want to click on the logout, I will just go to the login page and I can re-log in. If I have forgotten my password, I can reset my password from here, which can take me to another screen, which is a reset password which I have not covered in this prototype. If I don't have a login, I can just register over here, click, and I can register over here. Okay. So let's jump into prototyping. See, currently your layout is shown in the app and it has given you 1 of 6, so you can just go and see the slideshow one by one. Okay, great. Why is this gap thing, that is 4 and 5 screens are having a gap? Let us see what has happened. So see, if you see over here, there are a lot of blank frames that has been created because of this back and next arrows. So I will just go over there. Let me first name this as actual app screen. Okay, and I will just drag these 2 frames inside the actual app screen. So now if I jump to prototype, you will see that we have only 4 screens. Lovely, isn't it? It's that easy. So I close this prototyping play now. So let us now jump to the prototype tab just beside the design tab, and where we can actually create our wonderful prototype. So I click on prototype and see it shows a preview over there of your mobile. So first thing first, I will see that when I click and hover over a particular element, it has a plus sign over here. That is the connecting dot. So from here I want to connect to the main create profile. So once it is submitted, registration is done, password is verified, you can directly go to your profile. Lovely. So it is already done. Similarly, if you have logged in and you want to log out, you can just go to your login screen. Also, if I log in, I can also go to this particular screen, which is your create profile. And basically it is your profile where you can also add and complete your profile. I am not adding anything over here. I will show you one after another. Over here, if I click on browse, I want the user to go to the actual app screen. So over here you see there is an animation over here. So I click on instant and I will click on smart animate. So this particular button will animate and create the screen. So let us first see how we can adjust the ease in and ease out. So I click on this ease out and I can create ease in and ease out, or I can also create the custom ease in and ease out. For here I can create it like this. And it is on tap of your finger, this thing will happen. If there are other things like on drag, if you are dragging this particular screen and this particular element, then it will happen, or something like that. If you want to have something like hover effect, you can also do that with this thing while hovering over that particular thing. So if you want to say you want to hover over here and change something, you can also do that. Say for example, you click on these and you say that you on hover you go to a Facebook screen, so you can also do that. Okay, great. So can we just first see how the entire thing that I have done is really working? So if you click on log out, again it goes to this particular screen. Okay, so let's see. I play the prototype. So I click on submit. I directly go to the my profile creation screen. I click on browse, see what happens. The big image of the center that goes inside, and this particular thing builds up. I click on logout. I go to my login screen again, and if I click on this register, which I have not done, I will just do it now. I can go back to my registration screen. So I click on register. If that person has not registered, so you can go back to this screen. Lovely. So all the screens are already interlinked with each other, and I say for example, if I just click on this submit, and in this animation I say that you can actually open as overlay or swap overlay or scroll to, you can also do that. So say for example, if I change it from navigate to open as overlay, say let's see what happens. See, the icon changed to something else. Let's see. So I click on submit. Now watch it very carefully. See, the thing has overlaid. It has come at the top. It has not gone to a new page, but it has become overlaid. Okay. See, again, it overlays. It does not go to a new page. And also, when you are overlaying, you can also decide how the overlay happens. You can also have it from top left. You can say top right. It can come from top right, and you can have it as dissolved or instant. Let me change it to dissolved, and as usual I can have it a custom one like this. Okay, now let's see. Click on submit. See, with the dissolve it comes. Okay, log out, I go to the login screen. So that's the way these things happens. Okay, you can also scroll to or swap an overlay. You can do a lot of things over here. Okay, perfect. And you can also change the link. So if you directly want the user to go over here to the actual app screen, you can also do that. So that pretty much like this. Okay, I have covered everything. Only one particular thing is left. I want you to see how these things can be done. So I just want this slider to also work. So for this, in the prototype I have to copy paste two instances to show you how the slider works. Okay, great. In this image, I will change this image, go to plugin, Unsplash, and take a different image. Here, change the plugin. Change this nature image. Something totally different. I'm okay with this. Okay. Now I want, when I click on this image will come. So simple, I click on this so that this image comes. Okay, I click on this and click on this so that this image comes. Okay, and similarly I click on this so that this image comes, and this will go back to this one, and this one will actually go back to this particular image. And if I click on this, it will go to this particular image. So all are intertwined. Okay, so how these things will work, I click on this, and if I want this thing to slide, we can also have slide. Okay, so over here you can have slide in, slide out, you can do these things. So when I click on this, which goes to this, it can have a slide out. When I click on this, it goes to this particular image. I can actually have a slide out this direction. I click on this. When I click on this, I can have this direction. I click on this. Slide in this direction. When I click on this, I have a sliding in this direction. On this, I have a slide in this direction. Okay, so let's see how it works. I again go to prototype, click on submit, click on browse, and now okay. So all this so you can actually click this and you can go to, if I name these things, say for example screen 1, screen 2, screen 3, you can also name this thing accordingly at where you want to take these guys. So if you want to go to screen 2, you can go to screen 2. If you want to go to screen 1, you can go to screen 1, and like. Okay. Let us now check the prototype again. Click on submit, click on browse, see how it happens. Lovely, right? Because it is now only happening in this particular screen. That is the best part of the smart animation. Okay. One small thing is still left which I wanted to do is that I want to change this particular thing also as the color is moving. So let's see. I will click on this. First I have to move into the design mode to do the design changes. I click this one. White. White. Okay, so everything remains as is. I will go to play, click on submit, I go to the browse, click on this and see how this dots changes. Lovely. It goes to the second dot, it goes to the third dot, I click on this, it goes again to the first dot, I click on this, it goes to the third dot. Your entire instruction of the prototype to your developer is already done. So they have to just take your design elements, your blocks, and your instructions, that how a particular mobile app you have thought of, and that is their expertise now to take it forward and create a wholesome app out of your prototype. So that's all, folks. Hope you found this particular demonstration of this Figma prototyping done from scratch in front of you. I had no design template, I had no predefined design with me. I did it from scratch in front of you, so that you know that if you even have a fantastic design with you which your designer has given, you can also show it to your developer how that design can be taken, created as a prototype, and then given to them so that they can create a full-fledged app or a website design which is responsive again from this particular prototype of yours. If you really find this particular video encouraging, aspiring, as well as important for your future prototyping journey, please like, share and comment this video. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get all the notification of my upcoming updates. Till we meet again, goodbye and God bless.